You'll notice all my supporters back here in white t-shirts. We have a message. We want to clean the slate. Not only in Washington, but also here in Arkansas. I want to say that thank you to each and every one of you back there who's drove all the way from all parts of Arkansas to be here. From Bella Vista, from Texarkana, Mountain Home, Gosnell, everywhere. You came here on your own dime. I didn't buy one ticket for one person here. They wanted to support my campaign, and I'm indebted to you, and I thank you so much for showing me support. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow conservatives and fellow Republicans, let me be clear. We must restore our voice in the United States Senate. We must fight for our conservative values in Washington. And we must be willing to do the hard work to beat Blanche Lincoln in 2010. We cannot afford to make the mistake of sending Blanche Lincoln back to the Senate, because it will only validate that Barack Obama is with his changes. And we can't do that. We can't take any more of his changes. We can't afford them. That's right. But we must select the right candidate. We must select the right candidate to restore our voice in Washington, D.C. We must restore accountability in Congress. No longer shall we allow senators to vote for bills that they don't read. As a military commander, I would have been relieved on the spot. As your senator, I will fight for accountability by requiring a 72-hour window to read the bill before voting. If it's a longer bill, we'll 60 at a time. We must restore fiscal discipline in Washington. Our senators must stop spending money we don't have. They are robbing our children and our grandchildren of their future. Over my military career, I've managed multi-million-dollar budgets. I've always been responsible with your tax money. And as your senator, I will continue to do so. I will fight for a balanced budget amendment. We must reduce the debt and deficit spending that is killing our economy and killing our jobs. We can restore jobs by removing the shackles of big government and higher taxes. We can do this by not taxing the producers in order to give to the non-producers.
Amen.
As your senator, I would like to restore the Bush tax cuts this president wants to let expire. I will fight to guarantee the workers' right to a secret ballot. What part of the right to work state does Senator Blanche Lincoln not understand? We must restore our commitment to life in this country. We must have a senator who is pro-life and one that will not allow tax dollars to pay for abortion. I am proud to be pro-life, and I will fight to ensure that your tax dollars are spent on saving lives, not ending them. Additionally, I want to restore parental rights so that the health and well-being of your children is in your hands, not the government. We must also restore the meaning, the true meaning of our Constitution, the same one that I vowed to protect with my life when I was 19 years old, and I've been doing it ever since. Some will redefine its meaning. But I can tell you, as your senator, I will not let them do it. The Bill of Rights is not a menu. And I will not let them, pick which ones that we should follow and not follow. It's not their right to do that. We will restore the government's commitment to our military and our veterans. They are our heroes of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Today, almost 80% of Congress has zero military experience. These are the people who are passing laws affecting veterans, like my brother, like my son, and like many of you and your family. Most of our current elected officials in Congress have no understanding of how their laws impact veterans and their families. But I do. In fact, I was on the Today you will hear from 6 other candidates. I respect all of them. I consider all of them friends. But we are not all alike. And I think it is necessary that we draw a little contrast. Of course, we have heard about President Reagan's 11th commandment. In 1982, he said that when the decisions are made and the candidates are chosen, then the 11th commandment prevails. In other words, after the primary. You will hear today that the candidate, you will hear today that one candidate with the most money can guarantee a proper hearing of our conservative values. I asked a conservative activist in this crowd, how much money did you spend going to the healthcare town halls? Were you heard? Yeah, you were heard. You were heard. You also will hear a promise from one candidate that he will never be a swing vote. Ladies and gentlemen, a true leader will never have to make such a statement. Any doubt where a true leader stands, rest assured you will all know where I stand. You will also hear about being a check and balance for President Obama and folks defending our values. Folks, it is not the time to be playing defense. Now it's time to fight for our values, fight for our nation and for our children's futures. And we cannot take the path of least resistance. One campaign has already said that we must settle this race early. This is a drawn-out process, and we too much of a burden. In other words, they want you to choose to take the path of least resistance. Ladies and gentlemen, if we follow that path, we will not defeat Senator Lincoln. We must nominate a clear alternative to Senator Lincoln, someone with no political baggage. Our candidate do not want another politician to replace a politician. I am a true leader in the Senate. I have 29 years of leadership experience. I have no political baggage. None. I've had a lifetime of experiences from around the world, from Iraq, Afghanistan, and Bosnia. I am the only clear alternative to Senator Blanche Lincoln. And I want to be your senator. I want to fight for you and claim the victory that is within our reach. The nation is counting on us to get rid of the 60th vote. We cannot let blind loyalty undermine our chance for victory. And once we win, we will continue our fight to save our country. And I ask you to join me in this fight. Vote to restore our voice. Vote Conrad. God bless every one of you. God bless the state of Arkansas.